Hi, I'm Firas and today I'm going to show you how to make a polar array by Autodesk Revit, and it's a good way also of showing you how to deal with nested families, which is a family that have more than one component. I'll start by making the table and then add the chairs as nested object and then try to make a polar array for you. So that's the end up result of our project. Anyway, I'll close all the open window for it and start from scratch. So I'll go new family and I will choose metric, actually furniture metric. In here I will start up an extrusion, and for that I'll just create a reference plane here to the right, add an align dimension and then add a parameter, and let's call it radius. I will make it a type parameter, flex it to, I don't know, 1000. Then I'll start creating a couple of extrusions. It's just a single plane extrusion, so that's a circle. The inner dimension, I will assign it radius, and I will finish. In the front elevation, I'll create another reference plane that represents the overall height of the table, controlled by this parameter. I'll call it height, just make it like 700. Another reference plane beneath the higher one and related or link it to the higher one, and this guy I'll just put it here and I'll add parameter to it and I'll call it top table thickness or whatever. And here I'll just make this 30. Lock the upper surface to the upper reference plane and lock the lower surface to the lower surface plane. Have a look quickly at the 3D. That's our table, the top of the table, solid. Go ahead and flex, it's a good idea. Let's make this 1200 so it's flexing properly, and the height like 500, and I think we need to go to the front view to see the height. It's working perfectly. And the radius, sorry, the table thickness, let's make it 10. Yep, it's working. So I'll return this 30 and this 70 as it was before. Now I'll go again to the reference and make the base, which is technically another extrusion, another circle, and change this temporary dimension into permanent dimension and add another reference, another parameter. I'll keep it as type and I will name it as radius underscore base. I'll flex that to make sure it's work, so I'll make 300 as such, and it's worked perfectly. Hit finish again, back to the front, and then create a new reference plane here, and this time I'll create for it a new parameter, and I will just call it base height, and I'll keep the base height as 30, and it's work, as you can see, and then drag this face and lock it. Now technically you have two cylinders, as you can see. Probably I'll change this to shade. Now I go back to the reference again and I'll create a third cylinder. Let's call this again radius, and let's call that terminal road, and change this into like 30, and hit OK, and then again to the front, and this central cylinder, just drag the face to this level, lock it, and then the lower to the upper face of the base, and then lock it, and then go to this. Probably we might need to flex the height just to feel happy. Let's go 2000 maybe. I don't know, too long, I know. Let's allow me to go beneath and look. Perfectly working, good. So back again here to the height and make it 700. Good. So far so good. Now that's a parametric table, solid. I'll highly advise you before you continue is just to save. I'll go to the desktop and I'll go here to, I'll create a new folder here for myself. And I'll call this, I don't know, polar, or just a circular table. Let's make it solid, I don't know. Now again, save as, this time, just get benefit of the amount of tables you can make. Let's make this with the glass panel. Just make them as separated families, it's easier for you to work. Now I'll go here again, and I'll create a reference line here, shorter one, then link it to the one to the right. I'll select this guy and change it into an offset. Okay, and then flex this to 100 maybe, or 200, 150, whatever you like. I'll choose 100 here. And again, create. Actually, you don't need to create. Just select this and just go edit extrusion and add another circle. You might need to zoom in a little bit. Link it to this guy and then activate this. Probably we need to select this one. I'll just go here. I'll create a parameter. I will call it inner radius. And the inner radius should go as radius minus the offset. Double check that the radius is capital letter and the spelling is correct. Hit enter. It should give me a 900, perfect, which is a 1000 minus 100. Perfectly done. So select this and now and assign the inner radius to it. Now flex, finish, and then flex the radius. Let's make it 900 now, and hit apply, and now everything works perfectly. Flex the offset, just make it 200, and everything is smoothly working. I'll return the offset to 100 and the offset to, sorry, the radius to 1000 and the offset to 100. And now you can see that we have a flying ring here. That's kind of scary. Anyway, let's go again to the front, sorry, to the top. I'll make something similar to this here. So again, an extrusion and a circle here, and this guy should goes to parameter called base radius, which is a 300. Finish this and go to the front view, the top to the top, and then lock the bottom to the second reference plane and then lock. So now we have this here. Let's flex it to see if it's complied correctly. Let's make this the base radius 200. Okay, and that's work. Let's return it to 300, and let's flex probably the height. Let's make it 800. It's working. Return it to 700. Good. Everything is working here smoothly. Now again, back to the reference plane. Create another extrusion. 2 circles. A little bit of a zoom here will be useful. This circle, and it's controlled by the inner radius, sorry, parameter. And then create another circle here, like such, and again control that by what's so-called here, we define it as a radius for the base here, and finish this. As we can see now in the 3D, we have a scary shape here down. Again, go to the front, and we have this guy and this guy, those 2 reference plane that represent the table thickness. I might need to create here, just here, a little reference plane or small reference plane here, and I will call this guy, I'll call it a new parameter, and I will call it glass thickness. Okay, and hit OK here, and again that's new donut shape. Just let's align the upper surface and lock it to the upper reference plane, and the lower surface of it to the second newly created reference plane. Lock that guy, select it, and then here in the material just give it a glass parameter. That's good. Just flex it to 900 maybe, and voila, it's working. Now save, and that's by this level you got a circular table, again glass panel. So now you have your second family. Now save, and again save as family, and I will call this I don't know, whatever. Let's call that now polar array of a circular table glass panel dash with chairs. Now that's a nested family. That's a totally different thing. So now we need the chairs, and of course we have our chair ready for us. So I'll just go open, and I'll go up, and that the chair that we did in the previous videos. I'll just open it here, actual polar array one. So just this guy, just load it, just load it into a project. So that's it. That's my chair. I'll put it aside here. Probably I need to space twice, 3 times, just to make that side, which is the right side now, like that the back of that the seat back here. Good. That's what I want. Just a 1 copy of it. I'll save, I don't know why, so I'll move this guy from, and I'll try to select this one and put it here. Now I will change this dimension into a permanent dimension, and I will select it again and add the offset of radius to it. So we're gonna keep its location as related to the radius of the table fixed. So that's my chair sitting comfortably here. So let's just flex this, and instead of 900, let's make it 1000 again, and see if it's gonna jump far away, keeping its correct relationship as a radius parameter defined. So now to the annoying part, which is array. I'll just select this, and I'll go array. Make sure that you select the radial, and you select this group and associate checkbox. And now it's need to know where is the center of the rotation. Just drag this to here, to the intersection here, Now select this as, make sure that this is the option here, last is checked. Don't choose the second, just last here. So the start of the array here, the end of the array here. So now, great, we have just the 3, as ugly as possible here, you see. Doesn't go all the way, don't do it all the way with the first step. Okay, now drag this, now like 180. Now you can drag that again all the way, and just be patient before you remove your hand. See this? See, in the beginning it gives me like a different values and it snapped the end. Just ignore it, just be patient. You see this small arc in the center for it. Now remove your hand. Now it's actually locked at 316. Distributing the numbers of the array, a polar array, to 3 here, as you can see. So another annoying issue with the array, you have to be very careful and pressing tab patiently until you select this. So look, it's a click, that's a tab, that's for that one, the ring or the upper surface of the table. That's the extrusion edge or whatever. Now you see this, you have the radius, so that circle and the line from its radius to the quadrant of it. That's what you need to select here. That is what's actually controlled the array itself. So jump here, add the parameter. See, there is no suitable parameter from what we created because they belong to a different type of parameter. So we have to add a new parameter. I think it's an integer, which is just it must be a clear number. It doesn't have any fraction. So I'll call it I don't know, array number or chair number, whatever you like. I'll keep this instance. Probably you need to make a different, I don't know, you can make it type. You can make it type if you want this chairs also be the same number in all copies of this table and chairs. If you want to change, if you want to insert place after all, or after a while, after you finish this table and the chair, and make different copies, and each copy have a different amount of chairs, then make this instance. You choose, all right? And go here, okay, I'll make them type, which is the same. So now let's flex the number, and let's make it, I don't know, full. See, lovely. Let's make them 8. Lovely, isn't it? All right, now that's working perfectly. Now again, the first hovering above the edge, no, tab again, select, and now we need to select this one and click on it and select this guy and just add radius to it here. So supposedly that this array of chair will also move with this chair when it's moved. So let's flex it. That's the horrible part that I always get scared of. Let's make this 1200 and see if all the chairs run with you. That's the annoying again. It's saying constrain are not satisfied, and by that, which I was really wishing not to happen, but good, it happened, so we try to fix it together. I'll just hit cancel and hit cancel. It's this guy again, so let me repeat it. So if what I was doing, if I was making this 1200 and hit apply, one of them will jump. If I just hit remove constraint, see, so this guy is complying and the rest are not. So the mistake I've done is by having or giving this a different parameter. Really nice that this bad thing happened. All right, so really nice that this thing happened, and that can give you a good example of over-constrain. This chair have this parameter linked or linking it to this reference plane, while by adding the array itself, oopsie, where is it? I think, I just removed that. If you remember, when I select this dimension and I just assign it another radius parameter, that is actually two parameter. That's over-constrain. So I shouldn't do that. That's my bad. So the best thing is to undo. So I'll just delete everything. Notice when I deleted the chair, it deleted this radius that I created for it, not this one that I created in the beginning. Anyway, it's good it's happened. So if you have this kind of bugs, annoying thing, you're gonna know how to deal with it. Another time again, 3 tabs. I'll just create, just put here. That's the mistake that I've done. Don't change this here as I did. Just ignore it. Go to Polar, repeat that quickly, and let's drag this guy, the center here, and make sure it's a 3. Make sure it's last, and I'll make it 90. And again, I'll select this. That's 180, and then slightly and carefully leaving it like this. Great. Now tab and click. I'll select that array number 8, and crossing finger it works, otherwise I will be very sad and you're gonna be laughing if it's not. So radius, don't be so happy. Flex first. Let's go this 1000 and apply. Yay, it's worked. It's a kind of polar array. It's kind of pain in the neck if you don't know how to do it. And this common mistake that I just did one in front of you is kind of a very ugly thing to handle if you don't know why. So that's very important tip. The first one, don't link it with a specific extra radius parameter to control its location to the center, and then try to do the array and control the array, which is it part of the whole of it. So this guy only will have to concentrate and make everything crash smoothly for you. Anyway, I wish you get benefits of this tutorial that I've done. Alright, so let's flex this before we leave. So if we make this 1200 for example, see, it worked perfectly. I'll return it to 1000, hit OK, and it's worked again perfectly. I can just move that aside and just let's flex the what actually important thing is this number here. Let's make them I don't know, 6. Hit apply, and as you see, it works smoothly and perfectly. I wish that you find this tutorial useful for you. Thank you, and have a good day.